Hello, I'm Richard St. Paul, founder of the St. Paul Law Firm. So let's talk about this study from Citigroup. It talks about the cost of racism. The U.S. economy lost $16 trillion because of discrimination, and we broke down the different ways it lost money. Is fighting discrimination good for business?
You look at George Floyd, it was a global outcry on what happened. And so corporate America saw that like everyone else did, and they had to do something in order to keep their customers happy. And that's what the bottom line is. If you have a large group of people who are believing something, and you as a company have something to offer those folks, you got to do it. It makes sense for your bottom line.
So why now come along and decide that we're going to now fight racism?
Well, they definitely don't want to get canceled. You have to now declare, I guess, you're not racist as a company. Citigroup does this whole poll. They're probably part of the reason for all those stats that they're putting on the screen.
What's one commonality that all inner cities have in America? Their public schools suck. And when you have a graduation rate below 50% in most urban cities in America, you shouldn't wonder why there's no diversity in corporate America. It's because the pipeline is stopping at high school.
The economy is looking to bounce back from the pandemic, but the stock market, cryptocurrency remain volatile. So we're going to discuss how to navigate these investments, minefields, and help build your wealth. What's your thoughts on cryptocurrency versus the stock market? Where are you putting your money? And where are you telling people that you advise to put their money?
There's something called geopolitical risk that not a lot of people talk about in crypto. That means if the government of the United States saying that is now you cannot own crypto or it's against U.S. law to do so, what do you think is going to happen to crypto? Okay, so now you're going to be holding an illegal asset that the government feels and put regulation on, and it's your fault. Well, regulation is geopolitical risk, basically, and it can put a lot of things out of business.
Most experts that we've met can't explain what the hell a Bitcoin is or cryptocurrency. If you've met someone who can't really explain something and they want your money for it, it's kind of like, I don't know, but I'm going to fall back.
If you're going to invest in stuff that you can explain and understand, invest in businesses. If you're in an investment that you don't know why it goes up or down, you better wonder what's going to happen to your money, because if it disappears, no one's going to be there to bail you out.
But there's money to be made. There's dollars to be made. Why not invest in it?
Even Bernie Madoff's scheme,
was making money
people made money.
It's still, the stock market is still very risky, and it's more long-term than anything. It's not get-rich-quick scheme, so you have to be in it for the long run. But it's still a risk, and if you're going to put money in there, you got to be able to afford to lose that money. Are we spending too much money? Is that going to be helpful for people who are looking to build wealth, or is it going to hurt us with all this government spending?
Everything is running off the shelf. Why is that? Because there's a lot of money sloshing around the system, and that creates inflation, which is very detrimental to a healthy economy.
Do we think that we see a market correction coming up soon? And if so, what do we think it may be?
Bull markets die of euphoria, and when you get people, trying to buy stocks that have no customers and currencies that have no value, that sounds like euphoria to me.
People like freak money, but the thought is giving people money, they would then spend it and put it back in the economy. But it seems like, according to some studies, it seems like people are actually saving money.
And paying off debt.
Paying off debt. How good is that, Mark? Is that good for the economy?
That's great for individual people. It's not great for the economy.
It's not great for the economy. Doesn't make sense. If I give you the money, please spend it. If I give you the dollars, It makes sense for you to spend it. Dollars and cents. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.